In today's video, we're going to look at one of the biggest killers in the world and the simple steps you can take every day to alleviate it. Well, yo, it's a beautiful day here in Dublin, but it depends how you define beautiful. At the moment it's raining, has been since I left my home, but we're here and we're still going. This journey from fat to fit can't be stopped by a bit of rain. So, the two areas I mentioned yesterday that I'm passionate about are complementary health and business, and in particular online business. Today's video is about one of the biggest killers in the world, cardiovascular disease, or diseases of the heart and arteries. And this is a devastating killer. They say 33% of people who experience a heart attack will only ever experience it once, simply because it kills them. But what people fail to realise is cardiovascular disease is something that develops over a prolonged period of time. You don't suddenly get a heart attack. You don't suddenly have blocked arteries. You don't suddenly develop clots. It's a process, and it's a process of damage that is going on constantly in our bodies. I'm a huge fan of molecular hydrogen. Now, my background is in complementary medicine, right? And for me, molecular hydrogen water was the missing link. Some years ago, I developed a cardiovascular health recovery program, and I had an assessment service that uses cardiology grade medical equipment. The same technology is currently in use in the International Space Station, and it measures the quality of the artery. It measures the two types of blood pressure: central aortic blood pressure and peripheral blood pressure. Peripheral blood pressure is what your GP will test. Central aortic blood pressure is what your cardiologist will test as part of your angiogram. However, an angiogram is a very dangerous procedure. A very close friend of mine, whose mum died while having an angiogram. And so this technology allows me to measure that. Now, what I found was high levels of arterial stiffness in a lot of people, including very healthy, on the surface very healthy, fit people. Now, what is the process of developing atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries, leading on to clot formation, leading on to blockages, leading on to heart attacks, leading on to stroke? The answer is in the arterial wall. Your arteries are meant to expand and relax with every pulsation of blood coming from your heart, and you can feel that in your pulse. And when your arteries lose their elasticity, it leaves the arterial wall exposed to high levels of pressure from the blood supply. So that outward force from the heart pumping blood through your body is being applied against the arterial wall. And if the artery can't expand to accommodate it, you can get little tears forming in the artery wall. And those little tears, into it will go fats and deposits and whatnot, and the body will do its best to heat it up. And this is how we start to get the formation of arterial plaque. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the really in-depth detail on this. Understand that it's damage to the arterial wall, leading to the formation of plaque, blockages, clots, etc. Now, if you want to support your cardiovascular health, I developed, as I mentioned, a cardiovascular health recovery program. Increasing your green vegetable intake is really important, but not if you're on warfarin and things like that. And this is not medical advice, because I could get sued for giving medical advice. So this is for informational purposes only. So, increasing your dark green leafy vegetables, rich in a variety of vitamins and minerals, but they all have a protective effect on the arterial wall. So that's one strategy you can employ. Vitamin D3 is another hugely important vitamin from a cardiovascular health perspective, but you need to couple that with vitamin K2. So vitamin D3 directs the calcium into our bones, and vitamin K2 opens it, or vice versa. So that's three little parts of the strategy. The other is, an amino acid called L-arginine. L-arginine causes the synthesis of what is called nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator which helps to relax your arteries. So taking L-arginine can help in that entire process. However, I mentioned at the beginning, the missing piece for me was molecular hydrogen. Because even though you can eat the green leafy vegetables, you can take the vitamin C, you can take the vitamin D3, the vitamin K2, the L-arginine, and a variety of other things, there's a much more deep level damage to the arterial wall that's going on. Because within every cell, as our cells are producing energy, they are producing free radicals. One of them is hydrogen peroxide. Now, hydrogen peroxide, when it comes into contact with iron, it converts into a much more dangerous free radical called hydroxyl. And hydroxyl is what leads to oxidative stress and cellular damage. Now, watch some of my other videos if you don't get what that is. But this nasty little free radical hydroxyl, this is the culprit behind a lot of disease. And when we think about hydrogen peroxide coming in contact with iron, forming hydroxyl, where do we have lots of iron? It's in our blood. If we're eating red meat, we've got iron. If we're eating certain vegetables, we've got iron. And it's in our bloodstream. Where is the damage to the arteries happening? It's in our arterial wall. And what's going through our arteries? Blood. So you've got this catch-22 of your cells are producing energy. A byproduct of the energy production is hydroxyl. Hydroxyl coming into contact with iron produces, hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide coming into contact with iron produces hydroxyl. And now we're in this situation of a catch-22, that the very blood that's being pumped around our body, the very energy we need that's being produced at a cellular level, is potentially leading to oxidative stress within the arterial wall. And oxidative stress, think about rusting in the arterial wall. This is what leads to the formation or the creation of damage and the formation of arterial plaque, the formation of clots, leading to stroke, heart attack, etc. Now, this is not just me saying this. This is backed up by clinical research. So if you want to download a free copy of my book, The Miracle You Make in Your Kitchen, I include over 1,000 clinical studies in this book. Some of them are to do with cardiovascular diseases. These are scientific studies that prove, not my opinion, they prove that this is a process that is underlying disease. So my recommendation for anybody who has heart disease in their family, is concerned about their heart health, is consider molecular hydrogen water as a part of your health strategy. Because the unique property of molecular hydrogen water is that it neutralizes that dangerous free radical called hydroxyl. It penetrates into the very cells in our body and it neutralizes hydroxyl, converting it back to water, hydrating your cells and making you potentially healthy. So this is really, really important. And your doctor won't tell you this. Your GP won't know this. Maybe if they download my book and read it, they will. But this is all clinical science. This is not Vincent Scully telling you that this is my opinion. Opinions are like belly buttons, we all have them, etc, etc, etc. This is clinical facts. So molecular hydrogen, it's an antioxidant. You need water every day. You need to be drinking high quality water every single day. You need to be hydrated. If you're not hydrated, a whole series of processes are happening in your body that will lead to chronic disease later in your life. But even if you have chronic disease, you can arrest its progression by supporting your body through nutritional supplementation, through molecular hydrogen water, through exercise, through relaxation and mindset, all of those good things. So there we go, that's today's video. I wanted to hit upon this major killer, and over the course of the next couple of days I'll be dabbling in between business and health, because these are my two areas, and you know, I enjoy chatting about them while I'm out my walk. Okay, have a great day guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.